Welcome, welcome everybody. Hi Malini, Shikha, Vandana, Ruxana, Salima, everyone.
Hello. Hi.
Hi. Anything you would like to share? Anything showing up for you guys? If there's anything that you would like to talk about.
Hi.
Hello. Hello everyone. Anything you would like to share? If not, let's just deep dive, okay? So while I begin and while we sort of prepare our bodies for today's call, I would request you to grab your notebook and pen for the ones who did not get a chance to look at the group and read my message. And if possible, find a spot in front of a mirror. And even if you can't find the mirror, you can simply open your phone screen and actually turn your camera on and put the selfie mode on so that you can connect and look at yourself. Or you can take a hand mirror, pocket mirror and keep it handy. Or if you have a full-size mirror in front of which you could stand, that's the best. But I mean, in case you can't manage that, just please use your phone camera, okay? All right. So while we prepare and grab the mirror as well as our notebook and pen, I'm going to quickly invite all of you to come back to your bodies. Just become present with your bodies, okay? So how do you become present with your bodies? Just move your neck a little bit. Let's do a little bit of movement. Just move your neck a little bit. Wriggle your shoulders. Move your arms. And feel the sensation as you're doing each of these, okay? Then move your legs a little bit. Shake your legs. Shake your legs. Today, I want you to stand up, like just, we are not going to relax today. We are going to be active. Okay, so I want you to stand up, shake your legs. And just bend your toes. Hold your hands. Clasp like a fist, open, fist, and then open, and come back to your bodies. And as you become aware of your body, become aware, become present with your bodies, just make an intent to be present with your body, okay? So just repeat after me in your mind. I choose to be present with my body now. I choose to be present with my body now. I choose to be present with my body now. I choose to be present in my body now. I choose to be present in my body now. I choose presence with my body now. And we will do a couple of rounds of the Access Consciousness crazy phrase, which helps us to silence the mind chatter, so that everywhere we are still going into our heads, we are trying to figure this out, that what is she saying? What does she want us to do in the middle of the night? Now she wants us to move our bodies, shake our legs. What's wrong with her? Everywhere your mind is coming in the way, and all of this mental chatter is keeping you distracted. Let's clear those energies by doing a couple of rounds of the crazy phrase. Everything is the opposite of what it appears to be. Nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. Everything is the opposite of what it appears to be. Nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. Everything is the opposite of what it appears to be. Nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. If there's anybody on the call who's not familiar with Access Consciousness, just write to me on personal chat or in the group. I will share the details with you of what I'm right now doing. Everything is the opposite of what it appears to be. Nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. Everything is the opposite of what it appears to be. Nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. Now taking a deep breath in, breathing in. And as you breathe in from the center of the spine and Imagine the breath traveling to your crown and breathing out gently from your crown to the base of your feet. One more time, from the base of the spine to the crown, then exhaling from the crown and let the breath merge with the air. Last time, breathing in from the base of the spine to the center of the crown, and slowly and gently opening your eyes, connecting with yourself in front of the mirror. And I want you to look into your eyes. I want you to pay attention to the image of you in the mirror. If mirror is not possible, please take your phone cameras and turn on the selfie mode so that you can look at yourself. And just notice when you look at yourself in the mirror, and specifically when you look at your body, okay? We are not talking about your feelings here. When you look, the physical act of looking at your body, looking at yourself in the mirror, what are some of the things that come up? So it could be like, not necessarily all judgments are bad. It could also be, oh my God, I have such pretty eyes. Oh my God, my hair looks pretty today. I'm glowing tonight. So whatever it is that's coming up for you, take a minute. I'm not going to like go on giving examples because each one will notice something different. But take a minute to note these down in your notebook with the pen that you have handy. Make a note of everything that's coming up for you. The good as well as the bad, whatever. I mean, without any judgments of good, bad. Just make a note of everything that's showing up for you when you look at yourself in the mirror. Like literally physically write it down and just maybe points, or if you like, you may want to just write in full sentences. Make a note of all of that. So, judgments are not necessarily bad. Judgments can also be things that are good and you have decided that this is how it is, okay? So quickly make a note. I'm going to give you some time and I'm going to wait for you to finish this. Today, interestingly, is 22 August and we are in 2022. So I wonder what magic we are all creating with the help of all the angels and the spirit guides that are working with us. Everything that's coming up for you when you look at yourself today. And exactly the way it is coming up, like, you know, at times we have a different way in which we talk about ourselves. So some people say that I am looking fat. Some people will say my body looks fat. Some people will say my hair looks frizzy. Some people will say I have frizzy hair. So just go with exactly the language in which it is coming up for you. And if it comes up in your mother tongue, please write in that language. Don't try to be perfect. Okay, are you done? If you're done, just write in the chat saying I'm done, or just give me a thumbs up so that I know you're done. So you're basically looking at yourself in the mirror, Rishu, and becoming aware of all the judgments that come up, even the good ones, and you're making a note of that. And it's all about your body, not how you feel, not about what you're feeling in terms of, oh, I'm feeling tired and I'm feeling irritated. We are not concerned about our feelings. We are only concerned about our physical body. Just a few more seconds and then minutely observe and notice your body so that you really are aware of whatever it is that you think about your body when you look at yourself in the mirror. All right. So now that we are done with this, let us become conscious and aware of, say, if you've written 10 things, out of which how many are positive judgments and how many are negative. Give yourself points like 1, 2, 3, 4. Just mark the ones that are positive in the way that we understand in this reality, the good things, and how many are negative. And if you have all positive, that's great. If you have all negative, that's okay too. There is no right or wrong answer here. Okay, make a note of that, and if possible, share with me in the chat. 2 positive, awesome. Out of, so you have to give me a total. 2 positive, okay, 2 positive, 7 negative, awesome. Awesome. Others, you keep sharing. And the thing is, I really want us today to become aware of where we are currently, okay? Without trying to force ourselves to think or be something that we are not. So we can only change something about our bodies when we are consciously aware of where we are currently. You can only change something about your life when you are acknowledging, accepting that, okay, this is where I am currently. This is my current reality, where when I look at myself, these are the kind of thoughts that come to me. And we are not going to fight that. We are not going to resist that. We are not going to make ourselves wrong for that. Oh my God, I still have so many negative thoughts about me. Oh my God, I'm not even able to think of one positive thing about me. That's fine. Let us just acknowledge that, okay, this is where I am at currently. And these are some of the things that really stick to me. These are some of the things that I really detest about my body. Okay, so out of the ones that are consistent, that have been your consistent judgments, you will know what those are for you. So just for today, let us really be willing to connect with those parts of the body, look at those parts of the body, whichever part you judge the most, whichever part you hate the most, okay? Look at those parts of the body and just repeat after me. I'm willing to have a different reality with my body. I am willing to have a different reality with my body. I'm willing to fall in love with myself when I look at myself in the mirror. It's okay if that's not happening today. It's okay if we do not get there even on the 5th day. But let us just choose this, that okay, that is my goal. That while I hate myself when I look at my bulging tummy, maybe there can come a point when that is not something that's bringing up so much of intensity for me. I'm willing to accept and love my body just as the way it is. I'm willing to love and accept my body just as the way it is. I'm willing to love and accept my body just as the way it is. I'm willing to love and accept my body just as the way it is. So look at that part of the body and just be willing. That it's okay that I hate this now, but I'm willing to change my relationship with this part of the body. So let's just focus on that part for the next few seconds. All of the judgments, decisions, conclusions, points of view, rejections that I have locked up in my, and you fill in the blank, my lower back, my tummy, my thighs, my neck, my cheeks, whatever it is. I now destroy and uncreate all of that. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, online shorts, boys, covads, and beyonds. All of the judgments, decisions, conclusions. So as you do this, do the brushing exercise for the ones who could not attend the call yesterday. Just as if you are dusting some surface, use your hands to brush off, literally physically, as if you're brushing off all of the judgments and you're tapping that body part and brushing off all the judgments that you've locked in that body part. Awesome, awesome. I'm reading all your comments. 4 positive out of 5, amazing. 5 plus 3, 5 positive and 1 negative, amazing. Wow, wow, Anjali, congratulations. 5 positive out of 11, amazing. Great. So let's just brush it off and tap gently. I'm willing, I am willing, I am willing, I'm willing. All the judgments, decisions, conclusions, expectations, points of view, rejections, separations, lies I have about my body, I am now willing to let go of it and release it for all eternity. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, online shorts, boys, covads, and beyonds. Everywhere I've rejected this part of my body. And everywhere I've aligned and agreed with this part of my body, I now destroy and uncreate all of that. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, online shorts, boys, and beyonds. Everywhere I've rejected and aligned and agreed with this part, whichever part that is, of my body, I now destroy and uncreate all of that. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, online shorts, boys, and beyonds. All of the emotions, hurt, pain, fear, anger that I've locked up in this part of the body, whichever part that is, I now destroy and uncreate all of that. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, online shorts, boys, covads, and beyonds. Just keep brushing it off, rigorously. Whatever remnants there is, now connect to that part, gently pat that part of your body. Just gently pat that part of your body as if you're caressing a little child, and ask that part, gently patting, asking that part, what are you trying to tell me? Tummy, for example. I know some of you had mentioned about your fat belly. So what are you trying to tell me, tummy or my belly, with the excess fat that you have accumulated? Or if somebody has a chronic tummy issue, I know gut issue is also something that you complained about. So what are you trying to tell me, gut, with the excess or the chronic disorder that you keep experiencing? Ask that body part, what is the message that there is in it? And just gently listen in. Okay, once you have received the message, thank that body part. Stay with that message and see if you can pay some heed to it and attention to it in the next 24 hours in whatever ways, if there's anything that you could do to bring about a change in your routine or whatever. I do not know what the message is, but depending on what the message is, if you could start listening to that message, like really paying attention and implementing it or just including it in your day-to-day routine for the next 24 hours. All right. Would anybody like to share what the message is? Then I could probably elaborate and give you an idea as to how you can include it in your life. Would anybody like to share? What is the message that you received? You can just unmute and share, or you can write in the chat. I'll just tell you what the message was for me. The message that I received from my body was to have fun. So it's almost like my body was telling me that I want you to enjoy and have fun and not be worried about every little thing, because I'm really dealing with there's a huge crisis that's going on currently in my life. My dad is going through a major health challenge. He has been a cancer patient earlier, and now he's had a metastasis. So there's a lot of worry and a lot of stuff that's going on all the time. So I'm so much in that space of anxiety and worry. So it's almost like my body reminds me to just also enjoy and have fun in the process. So I will now try to look at how can I include that despite my crazy schedule, despite the hospital visits and trying to figure out what needs to be done. Even in that, how can I honor this message from my body and try and have some fun and try and enjoy? What is it for you? Eat wisely, take less stress, exercise happily. Awesome. Suppression of emotions. I got this awareness on touching my gut. Beautiful. Gut is where we actually store all our emotions. So a lot of times, the reason why we have a belly fat or why we have a bulging tummy is because that's where we store all. That's the storehouse. That's the storehouse of all our emotions. So we dump all our emotions in the gut. And it's also how we put on layers and layers of fat to make us feel safe. That's also another way in which we often create obesity or excess weight by putting on layers and layers of fat as a way of protecting ourselves, to feel safe when we feel unsafe deep within, when we feel unheard deep within, when we feel unloved. So that's also another way in which our body chooses to protect us. I was lost somewhere. Can you repeat of mine, Krishna? I'm not sure what you're talking about. If you can just unmute. Thighs and calf muscle message. Step up in many areas. Amazing. Beautiful. Oh, okay. Yeah, got it. Step up in many areas. Beautiful. So how can you I would just request all of us who've shared this, let's please honor this message that we've received from our body in the next 24 hours, okay? Will you please promise me to do that? Will you say a yes to this? Like unmute and say yes, 3 times. Let us be accountable for each other. Okay. Yes, I shall. Let us be accountable and let us check with each other in the group. Let us support each other, because so many times we get so busy with our lives and then we do not honor. And that's how the body really gives up on us and feels that, she will ask me things and then she'll not do anything about it. So it's pointless, right? Like how we often have these crazy fights with our spouses and our partners because when we are trying to resolve a fight, they ask us things that, oh, what did I do wrong? Tell me, how can I change this? And they listen to it attentively, and then they totally forget about it and they don't act on it. You know how it feels, right? Like you feel so livid, you're so angry that why did I waste my time explaining the whole thing to you if you do not even bother to act on it? So that's how we treat our bodies. So we ask, and when we are in this beautiful space, we do all of this, and then we totally forget about it. So it's only 24 hours. It's not a lifetime commitment that I'm asking for. Let's be accountable for each other, push each other, remind each other in the group. Let's use this space to support each other and listen to this message, okay? So for you, Krishna, how can you just step up in whatever little way, like in the next 24 hours, maybe one extra effort to reach out to a client or whatever it is that is for you. You know what stepping up means to you. Okay, so maybe making one extra effort to create a reel or a video of the various beauty services that you provide or whatever, you know, just see. Eating wisely, Rishu, taking less stress, I think, Rishu, is the biggest message for you. So even when you exercise, if you can just do that happily. That's the message I got as well, that everything I'm doing it with so much of stress and worry that I'm not enjoying even something which is enjoyable. So it's like my body is telling me, just please relax and enjoy, you know, just cut some slack, give me some break. So I'm requesting you to do the same as well, Rishu. Let's check with each other tomorrow, remind each other in the group whether we are actually enjoying and having fun, whatever little way in which we can, like maybe 2 minutes of playing some music and dancing to it, or listening to our favorite song and enjoying it. I'm not worrying about other things. Suppression of emotions, yeah. So just make one effort, Anjali, to express. And if you can't do that verbally, write it down. Any emotion that you haven't been able to express in the last maybe many years or the last one day, 1 week, just express it. Give it an expression. If you can't say it out loud to someone, write it down. If you can say it out loud in front of the mirror, imagining the person in front of you, do it, but give it an expression. Vent it out of your system. Is that doable? Shall we all promise to do this, please?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Learning life lessons and too much of stored emotions, past life trauma, stored in gut, and so much anger too. I totally know what you mean, Sharvik, and that's exactly how, like, our gut is really a storehouse, and our gut is our second brain, which is why we often say that we often use this term, right? I have a gut feeling. When we want to say that that's my intuition and I got a sense of it, we say this, that I have a gut feeling. And why do we say this? We say this because that's our second brain, and that's where all our emotions get stored. So just sit with those emotions. Just try and pick up one thing that you're angry about and give it an expression. Just express it, like shout out loud. So tomorrow, let's play with anger, okay? So that's a good, interesting thing that's coming up. I think just I'm getting this awareness since so many of us have anger locked up in our body. So tomorrow we'll do some special activity to release our anger, okay? But until then, I want you to just find whatever way in which you can express it. So it's easy to just write it down and then throw it, like tear that piece of paper, flush it, burn it, do whatever. You do not have to literally go and shout at someone. If you choose to do that, that's okay too. Okay, I don't want your family members to come and beat me up and say this is what you're teaching them, and now they are coming and shouting at us. So just like find a way that's comfortable and easy for you, but just give it some voice and expression. Yes. Thank you so much, everybody. On that note, good night. See you tomorrow. Enjoy.
Thank you so much. Good night.
Enjoy with your bodies. And another way of playing with these tools is just saying it before you go to bed and repeat it once you wake up in the morning. So like, let's release all the stuff that we've stored, because we can only work on creating something new when we've released the stored stuff and made space for something new. We can't create something new while we are already like up to the brim with stuff from many years of trauma, pain, hurt, and perhaps lifetimes of that as well. Okay, so let's do a lot of spring cleaning in the next 24 hours and listen to our bodies, whatever message we've got. Check with each other, remind each other in the group. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Good night.